Three news stories for you. Firstly, former Ethiopian minister Filsan Ahmad just a few hours ago shared a tweet. She says that her parents have been arrested. They have been detained by Ethiopian security officials. Why is that her parents have been detained? She resigned in September. She was serving as Minister of Women in PM Abiy's cabinet, but she resigned in September. Then she tweeted a few hours ago. Is this tweet the reason of her parents' arrest, or something else is behind the arrest of her parents? Secondly, viewers, Amnesty International just a few hours ago released a report. It says that TPLF fighters are involved in human rights abuses in Nefas Mewcha town of South Gondar, where women have been raped and gang raped by these TPLF fighters. And thirdly, we have some updates from North Shewa zone of Amhara region, where once again Fano militia members are accusing Ethiopian National Defense Force members of withdrawing without any fight. Tigray back news sources are saying that TDF has captured some places in North Shewa. We'll talk about that. Firstly, there was Filsan Ahmad, a former Ethiopian minister, just a few hours ago tweeted. She says her parents have been detained in Jigjiga in Somali region of Ethiopia. Viewers, I want to inform you about two developments regarding Filsan Ahmad's parents' arrest. Firstly, in Somali region, Mustafa Omar has launched a crackdown against his opponents. Government says, Somali government, that those elements are being arrested which are trying to instigate people against Somali regional government. But 2 days ago, I received some reports and some information from Somali region that Somali forces had launched a crackdown in several parts of Somali region against their opponents. Secondly, Filsan Ahmad just a few hours ago shared a tweet on her Twitter account. In her tweet, she said, "Hopes of prosperity have turned into a nightmarish storm, and Ethiopia is on a precipice holding on to a thread." She was basically saying that the hope of change, which was being expected after PM Abiy's arrival in 2018, these hopes have been dashed to the ground and they have turned into a nightmare. Is this the tweet a reason behind her parents' arrest? We don't know. We're so far. Ethiopian government, Somali regional government, they have not issued any statements. Filsan Ahmad was women's minister at PM Abiy's cabinet for more than a year. I think she served as Ethiopian minister. Then in September, she decided to resign. She released a statement as well in September. In her statement in September, she had said that she did not want to go against her conscience. So it means there were problems, there were disagreements between Filsan and Ethiopian PM Abiy's government. So she decided to resign. And some analysts said that she was not going to be part of the next cabinet. That is why she resigned. Whatever the reason was, viewers, but she resigned in September. She had some problem with Ethiopian government, and now her parents have been arrested. We're waiting for some statement from Somali region government or Ethiopian government. Secondly, viewers, second update is about a report released by Amnesty International. This time, Amnesty International is accusing TPLF fighters of grave human rights abuses. The same body released a report about Aksum massacre in which dozens were killed. That report accused Eritrean forces of having committed the war crimes in Aksum. Ethiopian government rejected. Eritrean government rejected that report of Aksum massacre, but Tigray obviously welcomed that report. Now, Amnesty International is saying that TPLF fighters committed human rights abuses in August in Nefas Mewcha town of South Gondar. For 9 days in August, the town came under the control of Tigray Defense Force, and according to Amnesty International, 16 women were raped in Nefas Mewcha in those 9 days. Total number of victims could be greater than 16, but Amnesty International interviewed at least 16 victims of this crime, and Amnesty International confirms that human rights abuses, grave human rights abuses amounting to war crimes have been committed in Nefas Mewcha town by TPLF members. No one is clean in this conflict. A few days ago, I think 2 days ago, we saw a joint investigation of Ethiopian Human Rights Commission and UN Human Rights Body. In that report as well, all sides have been blamed for human rights abuses in Tigray. So, pattern is the same here in Amhara region as well, because that in Tigray, Eritreans, ENDF troops were involved in war crimes. In Amhara, TPLF members, Tigray fighters are involved in war crimes. Obviously, Getachew is rejecting this report. Tigray government will reject this report. That is what happens every time, that when a report supports Ethiopian government's narrative, it accepts it. But when it is against its narrative, it rejects. Same is the case with Tigray government. It accepted Aksum massacre's report by Amnesty. Now it is rejecting Nefas Mewcha report by Amnesty. So that is what's happening. It has been happening since November. But human rights abuses are being committed. Ethnic violence is being seen. All sides are involved in human rights abuses in this conflict. Lastly, viewers, we have some updates from North Shewa zone of Amhara region. Fighting has spread to Atayai and Majete, two important places in North Shewa. Some Tigray back news sources say that Atayai has come under the control of Tigray Defense Force and Majete as well. We are confirming, but we can confirm only is that intense fighting is being reported in and near Majete and Atayai. And interestingly, viewers, once again, Fano militia members are accusing Ethiopian National Defense Force of withdrawing from Majete and Atayai without any fight. Fano militia members say ENDF had fighters. They had a large number of fighters, but they did not fight. They withdrew from Majete. They withdrew from Atayai town. And not the first time that Fano militia members are accusing ENDF of being reluctant to fight. That has been happening. We're seeing that. We saw that in Waldia, in Dasi, now here in Atayai. Who is controlling these towns, Atayai and Majete? Let's wait a little. It seems that OLA and TDF fighters, they have managed to reach these places, and since Fano militia members are accusing ENDF of withdrawing from these places, it means that TDF has managed to enter both Atayai and Majete. Can they remain in control of the two places, Majete and Atayai? That remains to be seen. But obviously, it's very much clear that TDF OLA are making gains, though the speed is very slow because heavy airstrikes are underway on this front, on North Shore, on Oromian Special Zone. But gradually, they are gaining territories here. In coming hours, we'll update you about Ataya, about Majate, because so far, while the TDF have not shared any visual evidence from these two places. But again, a confirmation of frictions between Ethiopian National Defense Force and Amhara militias. Thank you for watching.